Hey YouTube, how y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time, I'm the Toy Lady. If you're a Toy Tribe member, hey, how you doing? So before we get started, we got to give our disclaimer, of course. If you're not 18, get a phone to your mama, tell your auntie I said like, share, subscribe. How your grandma doing? So let's talk about some mistakes that you guys are making with your toys. And I'm making this video just on account of the DMs like that I have from some of you guys on the Instagram. Thank y'all for following me on Instagram. I don't post nothing. I ain't shit. I know it. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better. I promise. Okay, so let's just talk about a few things. Like probably about 8, 9, 10. I don't really know how many it's gonna be, but it's gonna be between 7, 8, 9, and 10 things that that you ain't really doing, correctly, and it's affecting you guys, and I know it's affecting you in a negative way because again, y'all sliding in my DMs. So the first thing is, of course, hygiene. Please wash your toys. Y'all not washing them properly or enough and or storing them properly. Okay? So first of all, when you get a toy, just because it comes in a box that's sealed does not mean that it is cleaned. Toy companies, these things are mass produced. They use different chemicals or whatever, and you just never really know what's on your toy. So don't ever take a toy out of the box and put it straight on your body. Make sure that you wash it. Wash your toys properly. If it's not fully submersible, then it comes with directions. You probably just need to get a rag and some antibacterial and wash it off and rinse it off real good. Don't fully submerge it. Otherwise, if your toy is waterproof, I've seen people put them in the dishwasher. I've seen people boil them. I don't boil my toys, but some people do. But please make sure that you are cleaning and sanitizing your toys before and after each use. And when you're done using it and after you wash it off and dry it off, put it in the satin bag that it came with. Put it in the storage bag. If you throw two silicone toys somewhere and you come back 2, 3 weeks later, the motherfuckers gonna be in them melted together. And now you don't wasted money and you down two toys. So wash them, sanitize them correctly, and make sure that you also store them correctly. All right. The next thing is a really big thing. Okay, so this is the second thing, and this is how a lot of you guys ended up finding me. Beware, buyer beware on the most popular toy, on the toy that's trending on TikTok. That's how some of y'all got over here, from the toy that's been trending on TikTok. Just because it's popular don't mean that it's good. And as you guys have figured out by now, if you over here from that video, because the Rose videos is the most viewed video that I have, and to this day I'm still getting new comments on it. Just because it's popular don't mean that it's good. And had you would have Googled the same thing you Googled to find me before you actually bought that toy, you probably wouldn't have bought that toy. Hello. So just because it's popular don't mean that it's good. Y'all, I told you, honey, they getting the roses stuck on the clitoris, and honey, getting their coochies burnt off, second-degree burns. Do you want them problems? No. So do your homework on your toy. If you want to get a toy, do your homework on it. The first thing I do is I look up all the negative shit that people got to say about something. I don't even look at the positive stuff first. I just want to know the worst of the worst, what's coming out. What am I facing? So do your research. Don't Google the toy after you done checked out and it's in the process of being shipped. Don't Google the toy then. Google the toy before you shop, before you put it in your cart. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So the number three, the next thing is stop focusing so much on orgasms, right? Okay, here's the thing. So I had somebody say, "Oh my God, I bought this toy because you said that this toy made you squirt, but this toy didn't make me squirt." And I was like, "Yeah, but like I can squirt without even using a toy." So I mean, I'm just telling you, like, I'd be like, if a toy don't make me squirt, like, I'd be really upset because I can make myself squirt using my hands. So I'd be really highly upset. But they never marketed the toy as a toy that makes you squirt, you know what I'm saying? And maybe you're not doing it right. Like, stop focusing so much on the orgasm, because you sitting there thinking about squirting so bad that you ain't even enjoying the thumping and the humming that it's doing to your clitoris. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even feeling the pleasure that you're supposed to be feeling from using this toy, because you so focused on squirting. And it's just like, nah, you got to enjoy it, and let it is going to come. You don't come until you enjoying something. Come on. Come on now. The next thing we need to talk about, number 4, is sex toys are not only for solo use. You should be using your sex toys with your partner if you have a partner. Stop saying, oh, well, I only use it when he's asleep or when he's gone. So you don't let him use it on you? I'd be so perplexed. Stop using toys by yourself. Sharing is caring. Now, if y'all using the same toys on each other, remember to clean them up. But stop just using sex toys for solo play. Unless you're single, then cool. But if you are in a relationship with somebody and you only use the sex toys when you by yourself, like, why? Why? All right. The next thing is what's this, like number 5? Yeah, y'all ain't making sure that your coochie is properly lubricated. Y'all ain't putting lube on the prostate massager before you try to stick it up in you. And the toy lady want to know why you mad at me, because you didn't thoroughly make sure that you was thoroughly lubricated before you tried to jam something up in you. And now you got micro tears and your coochie is hurting for a week, or your booty is hurting for a week. Every time you poop, it hurt. Don't be mad at the toy lady that you didn't lube yourself up correctly. Make sure you is using lube, especially when you're using these clitoral stimulators. Why would you put a clitoral stimulator on a completely dry clitoris? Like, bro, lubrication. The same way you need lubrication. So stop it. And remember, you cannot use the silicone lube with silicone toys, okay? But if you are using toys and you're not using any lube, it's gonna cause micro tears, whether it's to your vagina, to your clitoris, or to your anus. So please make sure that you thoroughly lubricate it, okay? Now let's move on to the next thing. The next thing is, what's this? Number 6. Number 6. Um, just because a toy is expensive don't mean that it's good. Okay? Just because a toy costs you 200, 250 don't mean that it's good. Um, if you're looking into buying a specific type of luxury toy, what I would suggest you do is look up a comparable toy that's cheaper. Get that cheaper toy first to make sure that you even like that type of stimulation and that you're going to like something like that. Because the worst thing you can do is spend a couple $100 on a toy that you don't even like. So make sure that you are doing research on the toy that you want and looking at its competitors. That's important. Okay. I be looking for the deals. Anyway, let's move along. Okay, let's just move. But yeah, just because a toy is expensive don't mean that it's good. I done spent hundreds of dollars on luxury toys and I ain't like none of I ain't like it. And I was mad as hell. Okay. So the next thing is what number 7? Okay, number 7. Y'all be like, how do I use it? Like, okay, first of all, I'm gonna say this. I know y'all ain't gonna do it, but let the toy lady just let you know that when you buy a toy, it does come with instructions. You just choose not to read the instructions, and that's okay. And that's how some of you guys have ended up here too, because you didn't read the damn instructions and you didn't really know how to use the toy. So I guess I'm gonna have to keep doing it for y'all. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to keep doing it. Read the instructions. You know, I even when look, I be looking on the Pornhub and XNXS and MeWe and whatever to see who using these toys or how they're using these toys. But Make sure you read the instructions. Now, I did try to read some instructions earlier, and even with my bifocals on, the toilet lady couldn't see none of that shit. But I tried. However, I looked it up online and was able to read it in a bigger text. But you don't know how to use the toys because you ain't read the instructions. So let me dummy proof it for you. Use the toy the same way you would be having sex. So stop being a pillow princess, laying on your back in a missionary. Okay, sit on a chair, get you some furniture. Okay, hang off the bed, turn over like you're doing it on doggy style. Like, lay on the side and kick one leg up and get you a pillow. The same way you have sex is the same way you should be using these sex toys in those same positions. Okay. The next one was this number 8. Stop sharing your toys. Stop. Okay. Stop sharing your toys. I know some people are like, but we in a relationship. I guess if that's what y'all want to do and y'all are cleaning it properly and y'all both are being honest and ain't doing nothing with nobody, that's fine. But do you want to mess around and have bacterial vaginosis because you've been swapping out the toys and you ain't rinse them off first? And now you done woke up the next morning and you go to pee and it's burning while you pee. Okay. And then later on that day, it starts to itch. And when you go to the bathroom, you got a bad odor. You don't want none of those problems. And whatever you do, don't you ever take the toy out the stink and put it in the pink without rinsing it off. Don't you fucking do it. You don't want no bacteria vaginosis. You don't want the itchy odor. Mm, let's move along. You know you can get E. coli in the coochie. Sis, you can get E. coli in the coochie from the feces. So again, if you taking your toy out the stink, rinse it off before you put it in the pink. Let's move along. Now, the last thing and the most important thing is, I have a lot of people telling me this, and this go back to when I was saying some ladies have expressed to me that they only use their toy when their husband is away or when he's asleep or whatever, but they never use it together because they're embarrassed. You should not be embarrassed about using a sex toy. Why? Why are you embarrassed that you're using something that's helping you feel the utmost pleasure, and you may be experiencing this pleasure by yourself or with your partner, but either way it go, it enhances your sexual experience. It enhances your relationship with your partner. What does it matter to any other person but you and your partner what you're doing in your bedroom during your sexy time? Do not be embarrassed that you enjoy having sex and you are open to different ways in how to please yourself and to up your orgasm game, sis, sir. If you want to eat the booty like groceries, sir, and you like it, eat the booty like groceries, sir, because you like it and it make you feel good on the inside. If you want to throw your throat in a circle and that's what makes you happy, sis, throw your throat in a circle twice. Come on now. Shit. Anyway, don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed that you got toys. I ain't embarrassed that I got sex toys. I be walking around this motherfucker looking happy as shit all the time. Okay, I'm hardly ever sexually frustrated. Now I might be frustrated in a different aspect, but being sexually frustrated is not my thing. Okay, because I practice self-care, and sex toys are self-care. Sex toys are good for intimacy with your partner. Allowing your partner to use the toy on you is excellent for intimacy. Okay, and building trust and all that good stuff. All right, so these are just some things that I wanted to speak to you tribe members about. Thank y'all for sticking around and listening to me. Don't ever be embarrassed that you take your sexual satisfaction seriously, because the toy lady not. Okay, now remember, masturbation is meditation, so go play it yourself.